Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody doing? How's everybody feeling today? I'm just going to do some posting. My voice won't sound the same because it's completely covered in phlegm and other horrendous stuff that I won't get into. Um, but I'm feeling a lot better today. I'm feeling a heck of a lot better today. I'm feeling if if my norm is 100%, which it isn't 100% of me, but let's assume the norm is 100%. I'm feeling about 87% today. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to regulate how I talk. That's the thing that's getting to me. Because I'm not 100% sure that the way I speak is regulated because I can't hear very well. My hearing's not consistent today. Um, I think it's because, it's going through the whole nasal passage and everything. So it starts at some place, it goes down to some other place. You know how it is. It does all of this area. Um, let's quickly see if my game catcher works. It does. Today we'll be playing some Pillars of Eternity. We've played Expedition 33, I think, to kind of its conclusion. We could have done more in it. I'm not denying that. But I didn't want the stream to just be us trying to find tiny little things for tiny bits of lore, and it felt a bit inconsistent. And so I thought I'd try today to just try a new game. Hopefully a long form game. I've tried to play this game before with varying degrees of success. Not because I haven't liked it, but because I have gotten interrupted. In fact, the last time I tried to play this game was I didn't know this at the time because I don't really look at when stuff is being released until like a week. It being like a week until it's there. But it was just before Baldur's Gate 3 came out. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. And it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm not, you know? Just going through and just doing the graphical quality. Making sure that there's some stuff there, but also, like, it's not overly bad. Like, I think that the sound right now sounds good, right? I'm going to quickly, just quickly, I'm going to go get something to blow my nose. So I'll be back in a second. Just give me a couple secs. Right, hello. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just needed to blow my nose. Anyway, you know what's funny is, this game, for one, I need to just double check something. So this game has one of the... Although we didn't play it for long, it has a sort of a general running meme in my circles. Which is that you know a game is dark if you see one specific thing, I'm not gonna tell you what the specific thing is. Oh, hello. But there's one thing in this game, I'm pretty sure it's this game, that I instinctively, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this game's gonna be a bit dark. Areas I like combat tooltips, show qualifiers, show unqualified interactions. Arguably shouldn't have this here. I'm gonna turn that off, just so that I don't know. In-game tools, yeah. Is it maim companions before death? No, it's I don't know if the problem I've got is that there's this game and there's a game that's very similar to this that I sort of mix up, so it might not be. That's why I'm not mentioning it now. But I'm I'm glad you love this game. I've never fully played it. I've gotten to parts of it and then I've given up. Well, not given up. Other games have come up. What do I want to play on? You see, this says strongly recommended for those who are new or recently returned to real-time party-based RPGs. I'm really into turn-based. Turn-based is my bread and butter. I'm not good at them, but I'm really into them. Whereas this is real-time, right? And real-time makes me... Real-time makes me slightly worried. So do I go easy? What's normal? You see, it says... Normal says it's not recommended for newcomers. I'm a newcomer, right? So I should go easy. You have news for me? I'm on tender hooks. What is the news? Even though this game is too... Nah, it's fine. It's fine. When I get to the second game, I'll use turn-based, but I'll just go with party for now. But thank you for the advice about that. That's actually a weird coincidence. By the way, off topic. Great name. That's my favorite Pokemon, or well, my favorite Pokemon line. Putting out there. Just thought I'd mention that because when I see that name, I've got to bring it up. Yeah, I'll go easy. Oh, did I remember to put subtitles on? If there's any cutscenes. Oh, that might be a problem. I'll double check as soon as I can.
Five wagons grope
never
blindly
mind.
through the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Oh, well, we've already got a problem. It wasn't just me that stopped the whole thing. They were going to hit a trunk, right? Hopefully. Male or female? Does this have any functional change to your characters? The place in the society of those who got place them in forefront of military politics and heavy labour among the tribes, and many prefer to home studies and organisational duties. In okay, in there, and men and women are more fluid, social in all societies. There are exceptions to rules, and men can be found in wild. Yeah, okay. Women's roles is largely dependent on where she is from. Occupy more domestical and organisation roles, primary soldiers, leaders. Exceptions can be found in any. Hey, Ivysaw, if you're still in the chat, does male or female have any functional change to the game? Like, is there going to be situations where a guy's going to go, well, you can't be in here. It has no functional difference. Cool. When in doubt, go female. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common they're not as large as the towering Anuman. Humans are known for their strength and willpower. Resolve is intimidation, leadership, convincing. In combat, it maintains concentration and contributes to will and deflection. Kind of seems like a combination of like charisma and wisdom. Used for intimidating, acts of brute force. It's both to damage and healing as well as fortitude defense. Okay. General strength plus constitution kind of thing. These are avatar people. Tall avatar people. I guess they don't have the ears. They're the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. They're not aquatic, they have an affinity for water. And they're just straight on might. Okay. Virtue of the land covered in a number of colonies, settled, dwarfs are the most well-travelled. They are commonly found in the drywood. Okay. And the republics and almost any colonised land are known for their great strength and tenacity. So if I wanted to go like a heavily armoured, heavily like great weapon blimmin' fighter, I'd probably want to go with a dwarf of some kind. Interesting that it's got negatives. You don't see that a lot for races. Elves are elves. They're exactly the same as what you'd think every elf is. Let me just have a quick look at perception. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit ill today, so I will be coughing occasionally. Catching someone in a lie, making observant comments, noticing something happening in the background, contributes to accuracy and reflexes. Okay, so if you were using a bow, what the heck's up with this one? They're tiny furred creatures, commonly found in the loosely affiliated tribes and the earldoms that used to be part of the empire. Many don't consider them civilized. Interesting. They've got resolve. They're very mental and seeing. What the heck is this? It's been so long since I actually played this game. I forgot what the weird races are. You can be a flame person? I played this. I gave this game a try, and I didn't get very far in. I believe it was 2 to 3 years ago. I believe it was 3 years ago. These are children of the kith who have blessed with physical Spokes associated with their gods. Okay, that makes sense. So they're kind of like angels born in like people. Well, my instinct is to want to go godlike, but also I kind of like this boy. He's kind of funny. You reckon it's worth me looking at the classes first before picking a race? Just because I don't want to pick something that's like, oh, your race is actually really bad at doing that, you know? Can't wear helmets but have stronger racial bonuses. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at what kind of godlike there are. What the heck? When reduced below 50% endurance, they gain damage reduction and do a small amount of fire damage. Every encounter, when reduced to 75, 50, and 25, they restore HP. Okay, so they all have bonuses depending on when they hit like a damage threshold. I mean, this just seems good, right? As like a frontline fighter to be nature. What do you think is coolest? So just pick what I think is coolest. Right. Well, I always have affiliation with dwarfs. We're gonna play a dwarf then. Bonuses to poison and disease, or accuracy against creatures of the wilder and or primordial types. I guess which one of these looks cooler? Do I want red hair or do I want black hair? You know what? We're gonna go with the red hair. We're gonna go with the red hair. Hopefully we get a bit more customization later. Yeah, there's an area there. That's what we're doing it for. So we got barbarian. I'm gonna assume this is a very similar to how it is in most games. Ragey fighter. Special almost religious role in some cultures. When barbarians hit with melee attacks, they automatically make reduced damage attacks on all other enemies within short distances of that target. So they actually have a bit of an AoE. So they're not a single target fighter. They're a more like, I guess they're still single target, right? We're devoted to their god. Paladins have an inherent bonus to all of their defenses. Over the course of the game, the value of the bonus may shift based on the reputation the paladin gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her order. I don't think I want to go this. I'm gonna rule paladin out immediately. The reason I'm gonna rule paladin out is I don't know how I want to play at the moment. So this could change at any point. And so I don't want to feel like I have to pick a decision because it fits more with my god, you know? In every culture there are chanters. So chanter's one that isn't as like typical in other stuff. So I need to read this a bit more. Many historians consider chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic. Their hallowed phrases stirred the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magic effects. In a kind of reenactment, in some societies, channels form organized groups of storytellers, but in most of parts of the world, they are just a time-honored part of the local folk tradition. See, this kind of implies to me that they're kind of necromancers. Like, not in the general sense, but like collective memory of wayward souls. So they're using souls to do their powers. They're kind of necromancers, but they're mostly bards, aren't they? All chanters continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and help build a chanter's power until they use an invocation. Invocations are powerful magical effects that can create after they have spoken and require a number of phrases through their chants. Okay, so you keep chanting passive effects, and then you have a big attack. I wonder how complicated that is. I'm not going to say no about this one, but it's on the back burner. Priest. I imagine Priest is going to have a very similar problem as Paladin does. Dedicate themselves to a specific god. Such to from their personal belief. In contrast to most Paladins, priests tend to focus on philosophy, teaching, and the relationship of religious organizations with common folk. The reception of priests in any given part of the world depends largely on how the god is revered or reviled by the people who live there. So you get Holy Radiance that generates a modest amount of endurance for allies and around the priest. Okay, so it has an AoE, not heal, but damage reduction? Yeah. Any vessels caught in the area take burn damage and may... Any enemy vessels caught in the area take burn damage and may be frightened. So you kind of want them close to the fight then. I guess that makes sense. They got the sword and shield. In my head, a priest is somebody in the back casting spells. Of course, of the game, the power of this ability may shift based on the reputation the paladin gains relative to the behavior that are preferred by his or her deity. Yeah, I think when I hear that, I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna say no to this one as well. We're not gonna go the religious route this time around. Well, I say this time around as if I've properly played this before. Recent discovery in the Eastern Reach, ciphers were once called Brishlagwyn mind hunters by the Glanfards. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally or an enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. They can target allies and enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. These powers cost focus, which they build through the use of their soul whip. Okay, so you want... They start with low endurance, low health, pretty good accuracy, which I think we're lowering base because of our race, but that doesn't matter, and average deflection. That's a solid maybe. That and Barbarian is a solid maybe. Animal Companion. Oh, you get to start with an animal on this one. That's always cool. Fighting command is extremely valuable for its ability to run interference. They don't do much damage, but they have a high damage reduction. So you have a personal tank with you, is what it's saying. Interesting that my health is very high. I wouldn't expect my health and endurance to be very high. Because I'd assume, maybe wrongly, that I'm supposed to be in the back line shooting. Like Barbarian and Cypher, I'd put this on the same level as Chanter, where I'm not 100% on it. All druids have mastered one animalistic form. These forms give the druid strong melee abilities and grant an additional power while the druid is shifted. Oh, I would like to shapeshift. Shapeshifting does sound cool. But I don't think it's... And that's not the only thing you're doing, and you got access to these spells, and I wouldn't... I'm always worried. I want to start out simple and then get a load of stuff later. You know? Sneak attack is the big thing for this. Range and melee attacks when the target has any of the following. Just if they're afflicted with something. And also if they strike quickly. You might have to jump through a couple of hoops with this one. The fact that they have constant recovery on the fighter is a possibility, but if I'm going fighter, I kind of want to try out barbarian or cypher before I do that. Wizard is wizard. I feel like wizard always is the same thing, no matter what game you're playing. Exceptionally cool, increasing damage. That's kind of cool. I think I've made my choice, though. I want to try out a cypher. I'm not sure if it's the right choice for a dwarf, but I kind of like the idea of being a cypher, so I'm going to pick it. God, it really makes my shirt blue, doesn't it? We're going cypher. Oh, abilities. What does this say? So, by the way, this is for everybody watching, but I'm going to be taking a fair amount of time in character creation. In fact, I've got this stream's going to be going on for 2 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if about half of it is character creation. I'm sorry if you came here expecting gameplay. That's just not going to be happening until probably the second half of the game. And even then that'll be the tutorial. I'm sorry about that, but I'm not going to change. Create a toxic physical manifestation of the mutual antipathy between the cipher and the energy turn cuts in between. Enemies caught in between the two will suffer corrosive damage. So does that mean... What does interrupt mean? Interrupt determines how likely a damaging attack is to delay their opponent's current or next action. The roll uses an interrupt value from the attacker, derived from the perception. Then it's compared with the target's concentration, derived from the resolve. Adds an interrupt. Okay. So does this mean that I shoot a dude with a beam and everyone that is in the line of that beam that's an enemy gets hurt? Or does it mean I choose an enemy, I designate that as the other side of a beam, and I shoot it and only the people in between get hurt? Effectively what I'm asking is this a normal beam attack, or does it not, like, does it hurt the guy I'm shooting? I'm guessing it does. Because that to me makes sense. That's the easiest way of doing it. I'm going to assume so. I like this idea. I mean, I haven't seen all of them yet, but I like this one. I might keep it. Shocks an enemy's visual receptors, dazing and blinding them. Oh, it's an AoE blind as well. What does blind do? Accuracy reduced by 25 by all sources. Perception is reduced by 4. Movement is reduced by 2. Reflexes and deflection are reduced by 20. It's an accuracy plus 10 versus a fortitude. Right. And this is accuracy plus reflex. So I want good accuracy. Is that what I'm hearing here? Accuracy might be king? I feel like that's the right decision. All of these seem to have accuracy as a major thing. Target becomes the object of a concussive blast of psychic energy, suffering raw damage. Slash, pierce, crush, burn, shock, corrode, freeze, and roar. Okay. So it's just a type of damage. I thought maybe roar could be was like a special one where you just nothing was immune to it or something. Conical area behind the target. So you hit a person and an AoE behind them. Okay. Accuracy again. Yeah, I'm gonna need to have accuracy pretty high. That might be the number one thing to buff. Briefly transform the outer shell of an allied target soul into an energy, releasing an electric burst around them. Characters standing... Characters. Interesting. So this is an AoE that hits my guys as well. I don't know if I want that. Frightening and confusing them. I like having a bit of damage there always. Charm's kind of cool. So I want one that's a damagey effect. And that's the damagey effect, right? That's the beam. That's fine. Now, what do we want as a secondary? This is kind of fun. But also... having like a charm. Oh, they have to limit charm to be... so it's not overpowered, right? Oh no, it doesn't do what I thought it did. I thought it would mean it said they would attack the their allies. Yeah, Cypher looked really cool. Cypher looked really cool, so I thought I'd go it. I don't think a Cypher dwarf is like particularly good, but I wanted to give it a try, so why not? I'm trying to figure out if I should go this or this. Frighten and confuse or charm. I mean, this is 2 rolls, right? So you might get one of them on. And that one's pretty good. Yeah, that's what I sort of came across as well. Chanter did feel a bit like Bard, but like in a completely different way with the repeated passive buffs. D&D does have something similar to a Cypher, but it's always been on the fringes. It's like I believe it was called like the... oh, I've forgotten its name, but it was a psychic power one. But it was only ever in like Unearthed Arcanas, which were like the homebrew, official homebrew stuff. And I think they've got one called like a Scion that they've got in the works at this point. I think we're going to go with the Frightened and Confused. Right, so what does it suggest I go? Intelligence the highest, eh? Why? I thought perception would be pretty high. Sorry, not perception, accuracy. How do I get accuracy? Oh, it's through perception. Because look, all of these say accuracy plus 10 versus will. This one also says accuracy plus versus reflex. Are you not supposed to buff accuracy? Why is intelligence such an important stat? I don't think I've got a duration spell. I've got... oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you for staying. Thanks for the advice. I mean, I have to go with what it says, right? Thank you for the follow, by the way. I do these on Wednesdays, so if you ever want to come in and watch it, this time on Wednesdays. Let's just start by putting 2 in everything. 3 in that. What else? I mean, this is the highest stat. This is what it recommends we go. But I really think that accuracy is, like, really important. I think we want accuracy. And then, like... Is this game the same where if you have one in there... No, it's not the same. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. We're going to do that. Hold on a second. Oh. Terribly sorry about this, by the way. Right, next thing. Culture. Do I go with what I like, or do I go with what is the best for me? You know? What's MIG? Might. It's might. Obviously, it's might. Right, before we do this, I'm just going to get a bunch so that I don't have to leave every time I need to blow my nose. Okay? We're just going to quickly do that. I'm back. Let me just blow my nose. Let me mute this so that you don't hear it. Wait. Alt-tab. This. Sorry about that. Let's have a look through these. The Idea Empire. It's currently the largest and most powerful force in this world. It's centered around the equator. Tropical climates. Colonies everywhere. Greater Idea is at the heart and houses the majority of its human and elven population. Nah. This are a dozen of Amun settlements. Hundreds of lawless, pirate-infested islands that stretch across the Southern Sea. Dreadfire is home to boreal dwarfs. A human and a mix of various... You know what's funny is, I know the second game is Dreadfire. Last stop, anyone head down multiple monsters, sea creatures, infest the ocean beyond. Located to the northeast of this place, the Elixir Plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by humans and Orlan residents. The culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. Once the crown jewel of the Southern Sea, Old Valaya is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. Countless many humans and dwarfs among their ranks, the Old Valarian country is still forced to be reckoned with, and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to go this, but not only does it give me intelligence, which is apparently my best stat as a cipher, but also it says that dwarfs are in their ranks. Dominated by the nation of Ratui, the Gulf itself is a host to a number of nations, most of them all undwarven. Though the countries are relatively long, they are some of the most advanced colonies settlements in the east. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them, though the east coast is often pummeled by violent storms. The Living Land is a mountainous region of the large northern islands renowned for its diversity of plant life and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystem vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races, a variety of colony and independent settlements. A large, cracked southern expanse. I don't think I'm coming from there. That's where the other dwarfs are from. If I look at Cypher, where did it say this was made? In the eastern reaches. Eastern reaches. Whereabouts is the eastern reaches? None of these say eastern. Let's go with Old Valaya. It makes sense from our character. Can I... Oh, it's not a soundbite. Okay. Oh, what do we want to be? Now, we're a cipher, which is a relatively new thing. So, it would have been not as accepted. So how do we want to play this off? How do we want to play our character off is the important thing. I think generally I play a character that's always good, right? I always play a character that's generally good because I can't really play evil characters very well. Oh, I got a big notification on my Steam lads and I thought I'd done something wrong. I hadn't. Um, so yeah. I was thinking that we can't really go that evil. But also, I kind of don't mind the idea of being like a slave or a laborer, or an artist. The idea that like an artist that starts going into the mind because he's trying to figure out his own mind, that kind of makes sense. Drifter fits with the actual themes we're going with. I think artist makes sense. Let's be a law boy. I'd like to be a bit charismatic as well, but I don't know what those skills are. I don't know if there is like a charisma skill, but I always like having a charisma skill of some kind. Ooh, character. Right, we need to find a portrait we really like, and then we'll make a character around said portrait. So, that's a cool face, but it's an elf. That's a cool face, but that's probably a boreal dwarf. We're just gonna keep looking through these until we find a good character. Oh, that's a cool... Ooh, that! We can do that. We could do that. We can make that character. Is it that? It's just this. And then primary, I like these colours. We could go light green. I think we want to go that's fine. Head? No, it's that head. The hair on the other hand, we want it in a fancy... No. Come on, give me this hair. Or at least something close to it. There's nothing there. I want that hair. It's That's the same hair, by the way, twice. Huh. Am I just going to stick with this? This is the best hair. They started us with the best hair. Is that insane to think? Alright, let's hear our voices.
Huh? I've got this. Let's go! My eyes are peeled. Hey there. Watch and learn. Yeah! I'll take a peek.
What about... Oh,
Yes? Leading the way.
I think that smooth is winning at the moment.
Sharp eyes and keen ears. Hmm? I shall lead us. You're mine! Quietly now.
I'm here.
I'm flattered. Quietly now.
We'll probably go smooth. Yeah, we'll go smooth. Name. What do we want? You know what? What do we want to go with names? Something that is... I wonder if there's a name of a siren from, like, Greek myth. We'll look it up. Names of a siren. Most common being Ligeria. Ligeria? Can I copy and paste that? No, of course I can't. Give me a second. Ligeria. Ligeria. Is that how you say it? How do you say that? Let me hear it being said. Let me... Ligia. Ligia. Ligia? Ligia. Ligia. I like that. Ligia. I'm surprised that we couldn't pick more skills. Like, we picked are these things, but we didn't pick skills. Also, what does this do? Self, increase melee damage and range damage, causes a Cypher's weapon to generate a field of parasitic energy. It lashes out at the target, increasing damage inflicted and generating focus for the Cypher. Okay. Okay, let's start. It only took us 50 minutes this time around. Let's go. I hope I'm not covering anything. The caravan master finishes addressing the people, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odium looks over his shoulders at his assistant, a lanky and intense man named Sparfell, who carries an old sun-bleached bow. He nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Fair enough. What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Your character's attributes, these are not necessarily superior, but give you a wider the manner in which you respond to your choices depends on the individual. Okay, so I definitely missed one there. Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up.
There was a concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
What are these huge rocks coming up from the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travellers, resting his eyes on at length on a sturdy, armour-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on an uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up at her own time. She needs to find some springberries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
Hey, she's me, but different hair.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
He casts a sidelong glance at her. Oh, sorry.
Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beowick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Got it. Party organs consists of your character and up to 5 additional companions or adventurers. While the cabin is camped to the side of the ruins, is decided to help you. She's a fighter, excels in close combat defense, use her abilities to compensate for your own. Perfect. She can tank the hits. I can stay in the battle. Pardon me. To select a party member, click on the selection circle. On their selection tool, their portrait, or press a number button. So, on the left, to select a multiple, click and hold. Got it. To move selected card on the screen, or select multiple, okay. When a multiple are selected, the action bar is hidden. To see your individual options, select only your, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do I... Most people you encounter are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on the selection circle. As you know, as the conversation opens a store with equipment for sale. Rennie. How do I move my...
Anyone need supplies?
Oh,
I've got
this.
sundries for sale.
Oh, I do need supplies. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckle. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hadn't gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you got. Apparently I've got a cloak of obsidian order, tiny obsidian worm, a pledge, and a giant miniature space piglet, eh? I don't know what I want. I mean, realistically... Accurate. What does that mean? What's that? Pierced for accuracy +5. Compare? I'm already using a rapier. I kind of feel like I need a buckler. Instead of the stiletto? Maybe? I kind of like that. Let's get it. We'll get a buckler. Let me just check to see what I'm wearing at the moment. I've got mail armor on. Okay. Why mail armor? And she's going on... She's going with an axe and a scale armor? What does the shield give me? 8 deflection. Should I be wearing medium armor? Movement reduction doesn't seem like it'd be great. And that seems fine, I guess. Should I not have it where, like, she's at the front?
All right, follow me.
Because she's the close quarter lady?
What you need?
Yeah, that's what we want. Wait, is there anyone here who wants to talk? And more importantly... I mean, if I get a cloak, I'm wearing the cloak. I have a pet here. I'm not going to not use the pet. Grants pledge. What is this? Endurance buff. I put the ring on. There's no reason not to, right? What is fast mode? Is that... Am I accidentally pressing that? No. If they don't have a name, they're probably not somebody I want to talk to. Oh, nice. You can just press a button and do that. Okay. I've done that in Baldur's Gate before, so I thought maybe. Where is that one I could picklock? None of us are picklockers. Okay. Alright, let's go looking for the trees.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Ooh, mushrooms? some horses. Don't think they're relevant to us. Well, other than the fact they obviously pull the caravan, sorry. Where you in? Where's about to do? Already been? And what's left? Does that mean it shows me where I've already been? And what's left? If I click map, oh, there's plenty of place left. What's
Let's
down?
check by those outcroppings.
Alright. Don't really know what an outcropping is, if I'm being honest. What the heck is that? A young wolf. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What you need?
Attack. I will also attack. Good idea to pause the game, issue orders, resume real time. This contains multiple phone when pausing. Sure. Where's my slash? Is that not automatically on? It's not. Where's my like spirit lash? We'll take damage, it will start to lose health and stuff will get to feel bad. Why is it paused? Oh, because it does some damage to him? Why didn't I get the ability to... I guess you don't cast it?
Sure.
What you need?
Is it this thing?
This is it.
Oh, I didn't finish exploring this area. Word is, you're some kind of artist, that's so? Yes, in the traditional sense, I try to capture life as I see it and create something new. Yeah? How is it you happen to come here? No one understood my work. I lived in a slum and my work was stolen by thieves. No. I no longer feel inspired. I don't know why, but I've lost it. No one understood my work. Hazard a lifestyle, I suppose. You have to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. Kaliska breathes in her surroundings. It's been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think, I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many others. You won't find many offers like it in these parts, believe me. Got some big plans in store? I'm going to settle here and start a new life. Well, who knows? Raedric pays well enough, maybe we'll end up as neighbours. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odmal, give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Her eyes searched the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me worried. I haven't seen her in ages, but been doing guide work in Examtil. Examtil? But I'd do anything for her. She's a better woman than me. So I'm here and we'll see. Odamar I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Drywood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Ratui and another in Adar, my sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Drywood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adar Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how I like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now. But somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about that. Alright, let's go back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfeld's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like. When he feels like it. We should check up on him, slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's go get your water. Oh, perfect. I was actually planning on going down there. Because this is probably the place where the bridge is. Interesting that there seems to have been a former bridge here that's gone to disrepair. Okay.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
You crouch at the riverbank, and dip your water skin in the cool water, while Kaliski waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfel, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle, are you all right?
Sparfel's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted beneath his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Okay, well, that person looks more heavily armoured, so my thinking is you, after that. You, after them. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't suited to penetrate an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear the character complain about it when it happens. Take heed. Note the damage types that's being blocked and switch to a weapon or spell that does different damage type.
Hmm?
Do you have? No, you don't. Oh, it worked. Okay, I need to turn off these pauses. Character hit, character attacked. Low endurance, yes. Character damage, yes. Low health, yes. Extraordinary defense, yes. Hidden object found, yes. Finishes ability. Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, we're turning up the combat time auto pause. Doubling it. Why are we doing nothing? Oh!
Yeah?
We have 15 of this. Hold on a second. Take this.
Oh, thieves.
Did it work? No, that's not working, is it? Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
Hmm? Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Yeah, I know you said we have to get back to camp, but, like, do we? Can I just, like, explore a bit more and just check out what's happening around here? There's something there. Is this anything? Bottle of water? Bottle of beer? We would never have gotten that beer if we had done what you said. Oh god, we're being attacked, aren't we? Now we do it. Ooh, solid 10 damage. Ooh. And I'm artificially weakened. We get nothing from him.
Hmm? Hmm?
Oh, good. Wait, not good. I thought they were our guys. All around you lie the massacred remains of other travellers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kaliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward off some poisonous vapour. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from the bodies as if they're half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe, with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognise as Holden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your weapons, trespasser. Do not forfeit their life for a fight you will lose. The ruins have not been sullied by our hands, men of Irgathe. Your words carry no weight. When I have seen the truth with my eyes, blood must be paid for this interruption. I'm going to represent how you... Interesting. So I say again, lay down your weapons. Don't trust them, they mean to kill us all. I want to play this as an intelligent, charismatic boy. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I am guessing you are a worshipper of Galwain? If Galwain told you to stop protecting these ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hoden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head and tweet. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? It has always been known to my people. I see. And what of Galwain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galwain would want some mouldy, crumbling stone to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why would that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters as his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Holden the moment he needed to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Go for the knockdown.
Yeah?
I'll attack his backline. Oh, there's this guy. No, I need to go save him. We're going in. Can Galwain do
How can I
anything?
help?
Hit him with that. Hit him with that. Oh, what a hit. Is this the... Am I hitting him with the... Yeah. Maybe I should be a bow boy. Am I finding out that maybe bow boys are my thing? How can I not? Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, pitiful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above. Forgive me. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sigh, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces your flesh, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated among a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across his chest and bowel, Odmar's body stirs, and with a great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
I wanted to loot the merchant. That merchant had so much stuff. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rocks and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself onto the ledge. Heraldon trails behind, slowed by injuries and delayed by early hesitation. As he neared the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for him and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heraldon lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting the mark. Of course. Your aim is true when the hit jars Heraldon loose. Lurching to his feet, Heraldon clambers up the base of the rock. As he neared the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. but driving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of him. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your hands will be jerked from their socket. They hold just long enough for Heraldin to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling winds now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stone before you, loosening connections and settling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
Was
Ooh.
that?
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Good idea. Let's change up the style.
How can I help?
Hmm?
What is this? That got people in it.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorms of a kind that they only get near Glanfarth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfarthen word is bewak. Bewak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land they couldn't find their own way out. That couldn't find their own way out, but they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glanfarthens. Those be the hut dwellers Odmar warned you about. Look to be fangs of Galwain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odmar. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glanfarthens said we trespassed in the ruins. All this talking is making me want to sneeze again. I'm sorry, this doesn't look good, I know. But I'm ill, and I want to stream, so it's going to happen. I don't believe that. Odmar would never allow it. But but as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glanfarthens don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or, she glances down the passage below, or there's some looters with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Kaliska's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her word is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next life. Let's get going. It would be mean to say you don't look upset. I mean, for goodness sake. I'd be like, learn some fucking basic manners if I heard something like that. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobbly elbows and thin ribs show them through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zoip. It watches you cautiously. Breath is in ragged sighs. It's okay. I won't hurt you. The Zoip recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emerging from the back of its throat. It sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive position. Raise your hands and stand still. Creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound. Slowly back away. Okay. That kind of felt like it was planning on... If we had something, maybe we could, like, some food? I don't know how intelligent these things are. It's
Someone
using
else
a
has been
spear.
here. We should move.
You can use the others fully restore a little bit hard restriction severely. Well, not playing on hard, so that doesn't matter. Hammer and chisel. Okay, they could just be sold. This is a mace. We probably want you to have a mace. As sort of like an off thing. With a torch. Oh, my rapier! I threw it, didn't I? Okay, well, I guess we're wielding this now. Oh, that's what I've been doing. D apparently turns it from slow to fast mode. What the hell? The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets, enabling scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors.
Stay
Scouting.
quiet. Those tiles look suspicious. Let's be careful.
And what do we have here?
Okay. Okay, another one. Another one. Okay.
Worth a look.
Another one. Okay, another one. Yeah, another one. Yeah. Another one. Yeah.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Did you? I saw a symbol of interwoven rings is inscribed on it. An unlit brazier sits at its base. Could be lit if you had the means. Rings. Sure. Right here. All of them. Is there anything over here? Ooh. The mural must be ancient, yet the colours are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of around Ewithians from all the Kith races. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span this chamber, each topped with a fire. Wow. I did it. I can't do these ones though. Kill it. Kill it. Run in. Ow. That's a lot of damage. Okay.
Yeah?
So let's try doing my super attack. Oh, it's already dead. Never mind. I know what a crit is, right? Surely, like, a crit is not
What'd you
different
need?
to what a crit is always.
What's that muck on the wall?
Is that not the ooze? A vicious slick of something dark and tar-like runs down the wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Yeah, I'll use a water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the detail on his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase a remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. Right, so you're supposed to put a gem there. We find a gem, we put it in there. That's what I'm hearing. Wait. Is this the way? Yeah, this is this guy.
Easy does it.
That's a gem. I found a gem. And it says it's a quest item. That's got to be relevant. It's got to go in here, right? Place gem. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Oh. Attack it! Don't give it time. Don't... Ow! Hit a person who heals. Absolutely no way this thing survives. Yeah, I didn't think it would. What else is in here? Minor cloak of protection. Cloak can be worn for protection of elements from prying eyes alike. Many are woven with spells to protect additional. We got 2 gems, eh? Well, I mean, it's obvious, right? You need the cloak of protection because you're going into the fight. I don't remember getting this. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Angrithian artifact. Fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he's concerned, but he's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Client Liss in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. He didn't make it. Well, he kinda made it. So we go sneaky.
Never know I'm here.
Okay, we play this. We play this slow and steady. Are you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Slow and steady. Done. Next person.
Worth a look.
Yeah. We know that's stuff. We know. We know. We know. Wait, there was a lot more traps that I didn't expect. Oh no, wait, they're just all the glowing ones. What am I talking about? Finally, there's me.
Yeah?
This shouldn't be hard. Cool.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm passed.
I don't want to kill this random creature, but there is something else there. Nah, I've already moved all the way here. I'm not going to double back on myself. Unless there's an easy way here. Everyone attack that spiderling. Oh, I'm still in stealth mode, aren't you? Is that nothing? We're all melee. Maybe I should be ranged. Sorry, I thought this thing was dead. I thought I'd already killed it. Bestiary progress. What's that? I guess we get better at knowing what we're fighting.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner. How can I help?
I've got a feeling that I'm supposed to send you to scout ahead to see what's around the corner. I mean, it's a room. Oh! What the heck is that thing?
What you need?
I'll take a peek.
We're going to scout in. When we get to about here, keep moving a bit more. Then we're going to pause. We're going to unstealth, run at him. Yeah! I think you might want to... Yeah! Oh, wait, that thing just died instantly. I was a lot more scared of that thing. I thought they were trying to hint at me that if you don't... Wait, that's just interactable. If you don't have, like, the ability to do that, you were gonna lose. Perhaps run across this. I have a hammer and chisel. Try something else. I don't know, push the wall? I think she's probably the best at it. Oh, nice, I was right. Her might is the best. She pushed down a frickin' wall. Wait. Ah, this is where... This is the other side. This is the other side, so if I decided that I didn't want to do it the intelligent way... Wait, the meat is a... The meat, we gotta give the meat to the guy.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I did. It's the guy. I know where he is. He's right here. I want to talk to him. Here, meat. The Zivrt's nostrils flare at the scent of the fresh meat, and his eyes dart between you and the food. It creeps towards the prize, shoving the spear into your grip, and snatching the meat with both hands at his last moment. Its gullet quivers as it devours the flesh in noisy chomps. Thanks for the spear! Does anyone want the spear? Is the spear good? I have a lot of accuracy, right? No. No, I don't. You can one-hand the spear, though. I feel like just in memory of the guy that I just saw, who seemed like a very nice creature, I'm going to one-hand the spear. Spiderling, kill it. Also, I guess if I'm using a spear, it means I'm probably a bit further away from the combat. Never mind, it kind of just looks like I'm just in the combat as normal. Could I farm in this game? Could I just go farm a bunch of enemies just to get my bestiary up? I think we've completely done this area. Is there a bestiary like actual thing? Journal, big biography, bestiary. Here it is. Spiderling. So we know it's might. We know it's... I love this picture. God, that's an awesome picture. Okay. Oh, I don't like this. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adar and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in the midst is what appears to be a human body. Colourless as stone or ash, the other figures gaze upon it with what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them, A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden between a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with relic language unlike anything you've ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with two protrusions like jut out of the wings of some with two protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
What the heck is that thing? He's just walking away. That doesn't look like happiness. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adar and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Adar pierces the floor from below. Its shimmering texture gives the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them. And they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick grey beard and a ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this person. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all. The question spins madly in your mind. No! I like those people! You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ear that does not subside. Movements flick through your periphery, and when you turn to look, you see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. One of your creatures is fatigued. Fatigue represents a physical wear test, commonly received an injury when knocked out. Fatigue is cruel, especially grueling. Goes through multiple stages. Resting is the easiest way to remove it. Okay. Heroden and Kaliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your only hope, maybe your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Ooh, I've leveled up. Ooh, what do we want to put into? Law, obviously. Do we want to be a law mechanic or law stealth? I like law mechanic. Let's go law mechanic. Ooh, second spell. I'm not a huge fan of... I like Whispers of Treason. Class ability. What the heck is this? The siphon... The Cypher's Soul Whip bites deeper, granting a bonus to damage. Modify... Okay, passive... Okay. Invoking a retaliatory strike, stunning an enemy whenever they target the Cypher's will defense. No, I'm good. Enhancing the draining power, regenerating focus more quickly. That seems decent. Increased maximum focus. I'm probably going to pick this one, but let's have a look at the other stuff. Nope, it's a once per time AoE. Nope. Okay, these are all These are all just like if you wanted to be one of those people, right? I kind of think I want to do a... I kind of think I want to do a crossbow user. Is that insane? Like a bow and arrow user? But I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to go with those yet. Draining Whip will work anytime. What do I want to use? Like a crossbow, right? And then like... What do they use? They use accuracy plus versus deflection, right? So I think that's good. Is there a different damage type for these? It's just Pierce. So what do I do if Pierce is not good enough? Well, we'll find out later, eh? I need the mushroom. I know, this is horrendous. That person was just being tortured. I only saw part of it, but I'm 90% sure that person was just being tortured. Oh, I killed him. The massive structure is formed of stone, adar, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates an unusual energy. Well, I mean, if I've killed one of them, I really should kill all of them. Oh, that person's been burned alive. That's not a good sign. Here's hoping that's not me. Can I craft anything? Potions? No. Food? No. So no. The answer's no. I like those two. So we want to get to Gilded Vale. So I guess we go here first. Another dead person? I guess the storm just came through. If I'm fatigued, do I want to camp? Yeah, let's camp. I don't like that. You didn't need to show me that. That's a ghost. That's a ghost that just walked away from me. Is that normal? That's not normal, right?
Yeah?
Oh god, you scared the life of me just by
Sure.
saying that. This guy's got nothing on him? This doesn't look like it's the right way to go. No. Charm him. Oh god, he's engaged with melee. Switch weapon. You know what? Screw it. Cancel. Cancel. How do I cancel? Cancel. Cancel. Okay, we're not cancelling, eh? Yeah, you're on my team. Kill him now. Okay, that is what I thought it was. Okay, cool. I need a stronger single target attack. That's a cave. I don't know if I want to go in a cave, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of worried of going anywhere now. I'm not exactly strong at the moment. Everyone's dead over here. Where is there some relation to here? Okay, this is some form of progression. This is a cobbled road. Can I use this cobbled road? Seemingly, yes, I can. And what's that cave? I guess the question is, should I go in that cave? And my answer is, this is what quick save is for, correct? Because I'm 100% checking out that cave. How do I save? Oh, there's no quick save here, is there? Okay, what's in here?
I'll take a peek.
Okay, right. So we switch to here. Take a pot shot at it. Got it. Wait, it had like 1 health left. What am I doing? Kill it. Kill it. Oh, no, I want you to kill it. Kill it. Good. Oof. I was scared there for a second. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with heavy chill. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In that moment of contact, you feel as if you were struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edge of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you come a long way from the vale, hunting deer. Now you're standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden, terrible flash of agony beneath your knee. You scream, stumble, and fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lancing through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger dabbed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great dark shape above you, and then there is more pain. The vision recedes and you are thrown back into yourself with resentful force. The corpse lie at your feet and the spectre lingers. In a span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I'm going to be a passionate, intelligent boy. I will find the man who did this to you and see him brought to justice. For a moment the spirit seems to burn bright and your hand fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exhalation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more. Oh, a spear! Is it a better spear? No, it's just a spear. I almost feel sorry for this bear. It's not functionally done anything wrong, if you think about it. It's just living its life. But the world, sadly, is a cruel place. And I am a cruel person. Well, I don't know if I'd call myself a cruel person, but I don't think in these games I'm a particularly nice person. I just can't be, like, full-on evil. Yeah, I know it'd take me 8 hours. I have to get there. Oh, and this is perfect. Guys, here is how I knew this game was dark. This thing. I don't even want to say it. But this thing. This thing is how you know the game is dark.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at you, gnarled, leafless monstrosity. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly towards the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Bywick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you...
So there's no one here that with medical knowledge. That's a good thing to have, eh? you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. You said something about Hollowborn and Wadewind's legacy before. I forgot you foreigners do not have the curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the drywood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful dumb things that breathe barely but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hand. In truth, no one knows. But they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wadewind's legacy stuck in honour of that foul, blasphemous pretender. I see. Lord Roderick decrees may be strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You'll want to mind where you mention that trespassing on Elguanian ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. Yeah, it's not a Christmas tree. No, that's the proper dark thing in this game. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Bereth has mercy, we certainly have. Maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sort of places. Sure, goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
What does 3 mean? Does 3 mean just a
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Wait. Could it just mean that the wife died in childbirth? It doesn't necessarily mean the heir's dead, right? She's still considered a Roderick. I'm a cipher. I'm a psychic boy. What do you mean? You've come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of the Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the Eye of Bereth must be redoubled. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you get some rest. The inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know soon enough. Oh well. Well, at some point I've got to find the sister of the guide that helped me. Just to tell her that her sister's dead. I mean, that's something that's important to tell. The man and woman appear to be deep in conversation. Working at closing 2 bulging satchels, they move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Good day to you.
Can we help you? Do you know this woman, Norton? I don't believe so. That cloak. I've seen it before. You killed that man in the cave. Are you accusing me? Sorry, I'm still ill. Guilty. Are you accusing him of something? If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Why did you do it? He was your friend. What would make you suggest such a thing? Why would you do it? He was your friend. Oh, which one do I go with? I sound kind of like a crazy person here. I'm going to go with this one. Why did you do it? He was your friend. My friend? He was a cruel enough man to his friends. You didn't know him. You wouldn't defend him if you did. Norton, wait. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but it isn't what you think. Pearly, my husband, he was as much as a beast as that bear. I tried to leave him the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. Noton, we met, and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. We've some coins saved up. You could have it if only you let us go. Ooh, what do I do? He was a bad man, but they did freaking kill him. I could do this one. This one feels right. But this one also seems pretty right. What do you think? I kind of want to flip a coin, but I don't have a coin. Okay, we're alt tabbing. I'm getting a coin. Coin flipper. Coin flip. Okay, right. Don't. Okay, right. I'm not a follower of a god at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads will be honest. No, whatever your reason, you caused a man's death. I'm taking you to the magistrate. Tails will be keep the money. Use it to start your new life. Well, the coin is spoken. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. Thank you. Truly, I'm glad you understand. Only here, take this at least. I hope it brings you luck. She looks to Noton, smiling. We have a long journey ahead of us. You've gained a minor ring of deflection. I wish you well on your travels, stranger. We won't forget this. Cool, can I loot their... Look, this isn't evil. They've left now, so I can steal their stuff, right? Do I want... Do I want this instead? No, it's slower. It's fine. I keep going to WASD to try and move around, but then that's not what it is. You're not going to tell me anything. You're called a villager. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Sure. You see a pair of immaculate polished leather boots and an impeccable maintained goatee. The owner, a slightly hooked-nosed man with a wicked grin and narrow eyes. He bobs his feathered hat at a nearby merchant. As he ambles by, he seems to know most of the merchants in the market, stopping to engage some, nodding at others, and even bartering for minor goods with a select few, always smiling, laughing, and exchanging jibes. I do know I missed a line, by the way. He approaches a heavy-set Anuum, smiles plastered stiff across his face, and jokes about the weather. She jokes back, subtly palming him several gold coins. When he walks away, the paper in his hand is gone, and the smile on his face is far more genuine. He tips his cap at her, winking and trudging off with a new spring in his step. Right, so he was used as a merchant, not a merchant, a messenger. Let's see what this says. You see a large crowd gathered in the middle of a courtyard. The man stands in the midst of them, a cloak pulled over his head, holding it closed around his neck. The crowd has congregated around a platform, and they all watch transfixed as a man is led to the platform, flanked by 2 city guardsmen. The man is shackled head and foot, but carries himself as a nobleman, not deigning to even glance at the crowd. The cloaked man pulls his cover closer around his face and turns to leave, hunching over to avoid being seen. A crier on a platform unrolls a parchment and begins to read. But the man pays no attention, intent on getting away from the courtyard. The crier's voice grows louder and more intense as he reads, and a voice from the crowd starts to punctuate his sentences. The jeers and shouts grow more frequent, and with each one the cloaked man flinches. His shoulders droop. He breaks from the crowd, coming to the edge of the courtyard as the crier reaches the end of his proclamation. The crowd grows silent again, save for the occasional shout. The man turns back to look at the platform, seeing his father kneeling before the block, neck exposed. The executioner moves into position, lifting his axe to strike. The man turns suddenly, unable to watch. There is a wet thunk, and the crowd breaks into jeers and applause. He leans against the wall, regaining his composure, and then straightens up. With obvious resolve, he strides off, away from the crowd and his legacy. Oh, are they? Well, they had cool little bits of lore, which kind of made me wish they were real characters, if I'm being honest. Anyway, I think we're going to call it here. We've gone past the 2-hour mark. We've done plenty. I hope everyone's had a good time and that my illness hasn't made it too bad. Thank you for the 2 people who were chatting. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ivysaur, for so many actual unique and interesting things you've told me about the game. I will see you all if you want to watch me play more of this next week. If you just want to watch me on Friday, I'll be playing some Guild Wars 2. But until then, bye. Bye, bye, bye.